Hello there. Today I'm playing Fist 2, which is a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I've really come to appreciate this game. Interestingly, the story behind me actually getting my hands on this one is to do with when I first started getting back into the Spectrum hype. I've told the story before about how my missus bought me a copy of the Trapdoor on Christmas 2023, I believe it was, and I eventually ended up getting a USB Walkman and then tried to load everything into Spectaculator emulator. And yeah, I was getting back on the hype. She realised I was getting, really obsessed with doing all this stuff again. And then the Valentine's Day following that, she got me a handful of cassettes, like a few things off the list that she knew I'd be interested in. Way of the Exploding Fist being one of them, but then she took a punt and got me Fist 2. It was like a couple of quid on eBay, and I'd never played it before. I had no idea that this even existed. But I thought, I'll give it a punt, and I wasn't too good at it to begin with. It was a bit janky, I figured, but I was like, you know what, I'll give it a proper go, and I've ended up coming to really like it. And now I can smash my way through it. Not perfectly, I can't get all the scrolls and stuff. I'm going to do a run through now where I can get like 3 scrolls and just get to the end. I did muck around with this for ages. I practiced it. I made the TZX file out of it, and I was playing it on my phone in Spectaculator on the train to work and sitting up in bed playing it and just having a little practice. And I eventually figured out a route where I could get to the end and win, along with a few other methods like relentlessly using jump kicks to kill everything in my way or knock them off the screen. That's one good thing in this game, even though I think it might be a glitch or something a bit dodgy with it, but if you just keep pushing the guys towards the edge of the screen, they'll eventually just disappear rather than die, essentially. But the jump kick is also the most vicious move, so I tend to just use that to push them slash win. Right. So anyway, yeah, I got my first scroll there by going left. I now head right, and I'm pretty sure I'm looking for a ladder next. Oh, yeah, these are supposed to be panthers, I think, but I don't know, they just kind of look like cats to me, so about as vicious as your average cat. Well, yeah, this game definitely feels janky compared to the first one. That had quite tight controls. You may have noticed I defined controls here and I did the older WASD, the more modern sort of PC configuration. I don't really like the whole square arrangement where like the diagonals are around it and stuff. I just don't get on with it. And you can press the 2 keys together and get the same effect, so I figured this would be okay. It's also the first time I'm actually trying to attempt to beat this on an actual Spectrum, so I didn't have the +2A at the time. Oh, hang on, that is not the right way. Yeah, I was just playing it on Spectaculator really at the time. Right, let's keep on going this way. I'm pretty sure there's a ladder here, and then there's a shrine. Oh god, almost died already. Oop, got away with that. Well, good thing there's a shrine nearby, because that will heal me up. Now I know there's like a load of scrolls in this game, like some are hidden, and I think there are certain shrines that will activate scrolls. You'll see them change colour from like green to white at the top. I'm not entirely sure what all that does. I haven't really fully looked into how to play this game properly, to be honest. I've literally just mucked about with it myself and just figured out what I could figure out. But after reading bits and pieces afterwards, I've realised that there is like loads of scrolls everywhere, and there is like a definitive way to fully complete it, but I've not managed it. I easily get lost. I don't really have the patience for mapping games these days. Not that I really did much back then either. Like roughly maybe, but I'd never go as hard as some people have done. Oh, here comes this dude. Yeah, so here's the method of just basically throw jump kicks at them like hell. Like that, and it will keep knocking them back, though it's very sort of pixel perfect, very much like the first Fist in that regard. Like, you have to make sure you're knocking them right at the right distance. Otherwise, they will just block or advance or whatever. And even if I do get them into a little loop where I can get like 3 or so jump kicks in a row, they will eventually trail off. Also, this dude here, I'm assuming that's supposed to be like a bandana or something, but man, all I see is one of the people from Village People with a beard. Yeah. Right, that gets rid of him anyway. Good. So there's a lot of areas that are just long running like this, and it just has like a set sort of pattern of background that will repeat over and over. A lot of the stuff kind of looks the same, but I feel like this is definitely ambitious. Like I'm quite impressed by this game. There is a lot more to it. I know Exploding Fist is a bit more of a tight, technical, one-on-one fighter, whereas this, there's definitely some ambition here. I don't know if it's done by the same people or if this is like a Target Renegade situation where they've decided to go mental and just do their own thing after porting the first game or something. It does kind of feel like that. But yeah, I admittedly, when I first played it, I was like, it's a bit janky. You know, there are things like you have to recenter yourself on the screen, so then when you run forward to scroll, your character's in the right place, and it felt a little bit off. But I don't know, I've come to kind of appreciate its mechanics. I've got used to them, and this game's actually kind of a lot of fun. Kicking a cat in the face is always fun as well. Ah, well, that's not helped me. See, I had a practice run before this, thinking that, okay, I could smash this out easy. I didn't even lose a life in that. And, of course, straight away, I've lost a life here. Right, we got to go and climb all the way back up there again. Did I actually lose a life there? I still got 3 lives. That's weird. Or did I get an extra one by going to the shrine? I didn't really notice if I have, but... Anyway, off we go. He's having a nice little jog up here. This very much has that whole kind of 80s kung fu vibe, or more like the Western interpretation of the 80s kung fu vibe. Like, you know, you can almost hear the horrendous dubbing over the top in the back of your mind. I mean, I love that stuff. I grew up on like the old Jackie Chan films, the Golden Harvest pictures. The first film of his I saw was The Young Master, and I still love that. And that original dodgy dub to this day, it is still one of my favourite films of all time. Here we go again. Right, come on, let's not die this time. Okay, he ran into my foot. That's convenient. Yeah, they often catch me out. You never know if you're going to get like 2 or 3 of them. This also does that thing which you'd see in a lot of Commodore games where like there's just massive pixels for some of the graphics on it, where they're like using more than 1 pixel, like stretchy 2-block ones and stuff. You can see it on the plants and that there. It was something I both hate and love at the same time. It's hard to describe. It's nostalgic, but there's this big part of me that just doesn't like it. But then there's this big part of me that does because of nostalgia. Alright, gotta get this scroll here now, and then I believe we drop down on the right over here somewhere after a nice long run. This is what I mean about some of these screens are stretched out and repeating backgrounds and whatnot. Right, where the hell am I going now? I think I'll go... There's a shrine in here, I think. Yep. Cool. Yeah, that's the scroll it's supposed to activate that I don't have. You see it flash at the top there. Again, I don't know what activating them does or anything. Now I think we go down here. Come on, get down there. And then we go left, and we have to jump over one of these holes. And to jump forward, you press up and back, which is weird. We don't have to jump over that one, but we do over this one when it comes up. It's in the next screen, yeah. So we do that. There we go. Lovely. And then there's another scroll. And now we have to turn around. Oh yeah, to turn around you have to sort of do a back kick, but then abort it like really quickly. Right. Now I have to jump over this again. And then go down the ladder, I think. I hope I've remembered this right. I did commit this to memory, like after so much practicing, like back when I was mucking around with it, but right, I think I go left now, I think, and there should be a ladder that takes me up. I think there's a dude up here before I do that. Yeah, here we go. Right, oh god. Ah, sometimes the duck just really doesn't work, and I don't know why, so I get hit by them bloody stars. But here he is again, Mr. Beardy, Village People, leather hat. And that's what I see. I imagine that's not what it's supposed to be, but that's all I can see. Come on. Ah, bollocks. Come on. Get out of the screen. Well. Yeah, there is a much more complicated moveset to this, like there is in the original Fist, but you don't really need half of it in order to beat this game. Just jump kicks and occasionally that straight kick to push people off the screen, and that's basically it. At least that's what works for me. Right, yeah, it's this ladder. I want to go up. And now I go down here. There's a lot of going right and down now, I think. I'll end up in a dojo after the next one. I think the ladder's in there. Or whatever it's supposed to be. I call it a dojo. Another nice long run. Yeah, the areas are pretty large, but because of like the repetitive nature of them, I imagine that was just like an efficient cram it into memory kind of thing. Yeah, so in here there'll be a ladder to go down. There's probably going to be a dude before I stop. Yeah, that's it, yeah. He's going to stop me going down there immediately, because fuck him. Damn it. Right. Come on, mister. So it's just me with a cap. Yeah, a lot of the sprites are essentially the same. They just change the heads again, probably for memory or something. I mean, whatever, it works. They all have different kind of attack patterns and things they'll do. So there is definite effort put into this. Oh, God. That's right. Oh, come on. Turn around. Right. Now we've got to try and do you this way. He is cornering me quite well. And now I'm going to have to turn around again. God, this guy's really giving me more trouble than he should be. He's just advancing too much, so I don't really have the pixel distance to hit him. There we go. Got him there. Yeah, you can trap him in a cycle like that and you're good. Right, now it's down here. And then I keep going right. I think I end up outside. And then there's another ladder that goes down, maybe after a fight in a dude or two. Yeah. Hey, I could duck that time. Nice. Go on. Piss off. Yeah. Ah. See, and then sometimes you have them in that perfect cycle, but then they're like advance a step, and then that just knocks you off the pattern. But I think even if you get 3, you'll trail off anyway, and then you won't quite reach them on the 4th one. And it's a bit fiddly, but you kind of get a feel for it. It's hard to describe. You just kind of got to play it for yourself to see what I'm on about. But I suppose you can kind of see it here. Right. Is it this one? It's this one that I go down, and then we end up outside and go down another ladder, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm definitely en route. And now there's the final shrine I want to visit, I think. No, there's one more shrine after this, actually. I go to this shrine now, though, and this is going to activate another scroll. I don't know what the relevance of it is again. I can't remember if it does like activate the access to the final area or something. All I know is I was able to find these 3, their corresponding shrines, somehow, and have done with it. Yeah, because that one's activated now, so that's 2 out of the 3 I've got. Okay. Anyway, now we go back to ladder, go up, over another mountain, we drop down, and we should see a temple. Oh, come on. It's really fiddly trying to line yourself up on the ladders. Yeah, you got to go over the top of this. There might be some more cats or dudes to fight. Oh, there's a dude. Come on. Ah. Ah. Oh yeah. Sometimes they just like to block even if you are pixel perfect. Though I think it's not quite. I think I'm like one block off or something when they do that. That triggers them to do that. But when you catch them like this, you're generally good. Yeah, now that one won't reach. There you go. There's the 3 to 4 pattern I was on about. Where like you can do 3, but then you won't quite reach for the last one even if they play ball. Cheap kick? No. Ah. I want to get you with it. Wasn't even enough. Come on. There he goes. Right. Let's keep going. Yeah, I've seen all this before again. Oh, fuck. One of them will always get me every time. It's always a nasty surprise. Ah, for fuck. Always the first one. Ace those two. That's nice. Right. Onwards we go. Keep on running. This guy's got some serious stamina. I mean, I'm assuming it must be hot out there because no one's wearing a shirt. Right, there's the temple. That always makes me think of the first Mortal Kombat film. That intro sequence where Liu Kang's brother gets his neck stamped on or whatever. That's all I can see when I see that. Right, come on. Oh, you are playing ball. Come on, that's it, yes. Come on. Come on. Piss. Oh, beautiful. That's nice when that happens. Right, now, do I go down here? I think I do. Now, the final shrine, the actual final shrine is over here. And then we're on our way to the last area. And this should activate the last scroll that I've got, which is that H-looking one up there. Come on. It also gives you a fair bit of life. I think the more scrolls you got active, the more your life bar or max life bar will go. Something like that. Okay, now we got to run back to that other screen, and then we've got to do a nice dodgy flip before the edge of the screen, because if you don't, you fall down a hole that you can't see. Now there's a very specific spot I stand on to do this jump, which I think is here. And then I hit it, and boom, yeah, we're in. Right, now there's just a bunch of dudes, and the guy we're looking for as the last boss is basically just a mirror of yourself. But there's a load of them before then, and I think the more these fuckers push you back in a fight, the more likely another guy's going to spawn. So I need to try and knock them all off the right hand side of the screen and stay as close to that edge as possible to have less grief. But here we go. Go on, piss off. Good boy. And if I stay here, there's another dude immediately. Oh, and he ran off the screen himself, so that's handy. Yeah, once they go over a certain threshold outside of the screen, you're good. They just despawn. But you can't do that with the final guy, though. You have to beat him legitimately in screen. If he spawns off the screen, it starts spawning random-ass enemies, and you need to end up back at the specific spot where he's going to come back again, and it gets really annoying. Okay. And here's another one. But yeah, we basically get every type of dude you would have seen up to this point here. At least a couple of each before we meet our mirror match, which has got to be the big bad. I don't know what he's supposed to be. Again, mirror match, that also harkens back to Mortal Kombat, I suppose. The game this time, not the film. Right, that's him gone. And now here's another one of him. Oh, we got rid of him quick, that's handy. Right, who's this? Another one? Bloody hell. Yeah, if it wasn't for the being able to knock them out of the screen glitch, I don't know if it's intentional, but I call it a glitch anyway. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, this would be a bloody nightmare. Right, that's him gone. And now it's the mask guy. At least I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. Come on, get fucked. Ugh. Oh, yeah, turn your back on me. Oh, really? That did not hit you? Right, okay, he's gone. And then we're guessing this is another one. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you'll see the man hesitate on a jump kick like that. You want to hold the fire button first before pressing up, and then he'll always smoothly do it. I mean, it's It's hard to do under pressure sometimes. Sometimes you instinctively press the other key, but yeah, it has that same kind of, sometimes holding the attack button before the direction is the best way. Right, is this... Nope, still not him. And as you can see, it's quite a barrage here. Well, I guess it is the final area. It's just got to throw everything at you at this point. Right, he's buggered off. That's handy. Here we are. This is who we want to beat legit. So we'll just, again, cheese, jump kick him. This is like the barbarian head chop situation. Just keep throwing that shit at him. Eventually you'll win. I don't want to kick him off the screen. So I want to lure him back to the middle like that and just keep booting him like this. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, damn it. Come on. We're so close. And, almost. Come on. That's it. And there we go. Your quest is over, Grasshopper. You have done well. I guess I did. I mean, I didn't get all the scrolls, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's how you do Fist 2 on the Spectrum. Or at least that is the way I do it. There are probably better ways out there, but, you know, I'll leave that to the professionals. I've just done this for a laugh, as always. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a good one, and I'll see you later.